All right, all right. Let me tell you something that might just sound like common sense, but common sense ain't always common practice. Don't waste your life. Yeah, it's easy to say, isn't it? Rolls off the tongue real nice, but what does it actually mean? See, we don't come into this world with a manual. No GPS telling us where to turn left, where to slow down, where to hit the gas. Life is messy. It's loud, it's quiet, it's cruel, it's beautiful, it's everything in between, and we only get one of them. One. So why waste it chasing things that don't fill you up? Why spend your days trying to please people who wouldn't notice if you disappeared tomorrow? Why settle for a job, a relationship, a rhythm that keeps your soul asleep? You've got dreams. I know you do. You've got ideas that scare the hell out of you. Good. That's the stuff worth doing. That's the good fear. That's the signal you're headed in the right direction. But you can't get there by sleepwalking through life. No one ever hit their stride sitting on the couch, scrolling through other people's highlight reels, waiting for the right time. The right time? Listen to me. The right time is now. It's always now. That ticking clock isn't just background noise, it's the soundtrack to your story, and it's playing whether you're dancing to it or not. So ask yourself, are you living or are you just existing? Because there's a difference. Existing is easy. You wake up, check the boxes, go to bed, repeat. Living is hard. It takes guts. It takes showing up when you're tired, failing, and getting back up. Saying no when it would be easier to say yes. But living is worth it. See, life's not about how long you're here. It's about how well you're here. You can be on this earth 80 years and never really live a single day. Or you can set your soul on fire and make a minute count for something more than a clock ever could. Don't waste your life looking backward. Don't waste it waiting. Don't waste it living someone else's dream. Own your story, chase your truth, fall, learn, grow, fall again. Hell, make it messy, but make it yours. Because one day, whether you like it or not, your time will run out. That's a guarantee. And when it does, make damn sure you don't look back and think, I could have, I should have, I didn't. Don't waste your life, live it. Let me know if you'd like it tweaked for a specific audience, students, corporate setting, or personal growth workshop, for example. You said chase purpose, not applause. Too often we find ourselves drawn to the spotlight, addicted to the sound of clapping hands, to the likes, the comments, the nods of approval. And there's nothing wrong with appreciation. It feels good. It's natural. We all want to be seen, to be heard, to be validated. But applause, that's external. That fades. Purpose is internal. That lasts. When you chase applause, your compass points outward. You start living for the reaction, for the crowd. You choose the performance over the process, the moment over the meaning. You shape yourself into whatever the audience wants. And in doing so, you slowly chip away at who you really are. The applause gets louder, sure, but your voice gets quieter. Chasing purpose is different. It's quieter at first. There's no standing ovation when you decide to do the right thing for the right reason. There's no spotlight when you say no to something popular so you can say yes to something real. Purpose doesn't always post well. It doesn't always trend, but it builds. It roots itself deep. It doesn't sway with opinion or popularity. It stays when the crowd leaves. See, applause is about them. Purpose is about you, not in a selfish way, in a grounded way, in a way that says, I know who I am and I know why I'm here. And when you know that, really know it, you stop needing the noise. You stop performing. You start showing up for real. The applause chasers, they burn out fast because you can't keep everyone happy. You can't hold the stage forever. Tastes change, trends change, people's attention moves on. What once got a standing ovation might barely get a glance tomorrow. And if your identity is tied to that reaction, you go down with it. But when you chase purpose, when you anchor your life to something meaningful, there's fuel in that, lasting fuel. You get tired, sure. You get discouraged, but you don't quit because it's not about how many people saw it. It's about why you did it in the first place. And the funny thing is, when you stop chasing the claps, when you start chasing the craft, the calling, the cause, that's when the real respect shows up. Not the surface level, short-lived type, the real kind, the kind that sees you for your consistency. your character, your commitment. Purpose gives you peace in the quiet, when the stage is empty, when the lights are off, when no one's watching. It tells you you're still on track. It reminds you that legacy isn't built in the spotlight. It's built in the shadows, in the early mornings, in the late nights, in the small decisions no one ever sees. That's where the magic happens. In the grind, in the repeat, in the doing it right even when no one's looking. Applause won't carry you through that. Purpose will. There's a difference between being impressive and being impactful. Impressive wears makeup, chases angles, edits the mess. Impactful rolls up its sleeves and gets to work. Impressive wants to be seen. Impactful wants to make a difference. And that's the real question. Do you want to be noticed or do you want to matter? The world doesn't need more performers. It needs more people on purpose. People who show up with heart, who create from truth, who lead from values, not vanity, who speak when it's hard, act when it's uncomfortable, and keep going even when no one's clapping. Because applause is easy to chase and hard to keep. But purpose stays. It wakes you up in the morning and whispers, "Let's go." It puts your feet on the floor even when the bed feels safer. It steadies your hands when the work is hard. It keeps you honest. It keeps you real. And that's where fulfillment lives, not in the noise, but in the knowing. You don't need to prove anything when you're living on purpose. You just need to keep showing up, keep doing the work, keep walking your path, make your time count. Don't just count the time. We all get the same 24 hours in a day. No one gets more, no one gets less. Doesn't matter how rich, how smart, how connected, or how ambitious you are. The clock doesn't care. It ticks on with perfect consistency. But what you do within those 24 hours, that's what sets people apart. That's where the difference is made. That's where the value lives, not in the hours themselves, but in how you spend them. Hey, not because the crowd is watching, but because it's yours. Some people live decades and still feel like they haven't started living. Others experience more in a year than some do in a lifetime. Why? Because they make their time count. They show up. They engage. They make choices with intention instead of drifting through the day on autopilot. They don't just cross dates off the calendar or wait for Friday or the next vacation. They're present in the now. They invest their minutes like they mean something. We've all been guilty of just counting the time, watching the clock, waiting for the next thing, wishing the day would end, killing time like time's the enemy. But time isn't the problem. It's how we use it or don't. When we live only for the weekend, we waste 5 cents of our life. When we scroll endlessly through distraction, we trade potential for numbness. When we wait for perfect conditions, we waste the moment we're in, hoping for a better one to come. Making your time count means asking better questions. It means waking up and saying, what am I doing today that actually matters? Not just what's urgent, not just what's on the to-do list. What matters? What builds something? What moves me closer to who I want to become? It's not about being busy. Anybody can fill a calendar. It's about being effective. It's about being aligned. It's about spending your life on things worth spending it on. We think we have time, but we don't know that. We plan and delay and say someday, like we own the calendar. But life doesn't work on our schedule. We lose people. We lose opportunities. We lose seasons of life we thought would last longer. And when they're gone, we can't get them back. And that's why making your time count is so urgent. You never know which moment will be the last chance to say what you feel, to take that leap, to try that thing you've been afraid to do. It doesn't mean you have to fill every hour with work. It doesn't mean hustle without rest. Making your time count can be a deep conversation. It can be sitting still with someone you love. It can be writing something no one else will ever read. It can be walking outside without your phone, just breathing. It's not about speed. It's about depth, about meaning, about choosing to engage with your life instead of coasting through it. Think about the people who've left a mark on you, the ones you remember, the ones who made an impact. They didn't just exist. They lived. They showed up. They gave something. They didn't wait until everything was perfect or until the schedule cleared.